Well, we're back. It's not too long after the last episode. We had a really credible result against Real Madrid. And then the last day of the transfer window arrived, and it all went to hell. My name's FM20. It's time to get Réal. So as you can see, we drew with Real Madrid 1-1. Helio had a goal in the 63rd minute. Alvaro Carrera equalized in the 73rd minute. This was a really solid game for us, all things considered. They had 25 shots, 11 on target. We had 11 and 3. We were on the defense for the better part of the game, even though I did play fairly high up. Actually, no, I started fairly high up, and then we fell back. I fell back to kind of a deeper line, not the deepest line, but a deeper line. Let me get back and help shut them down. They had a lot of shots, but not a lot were on target, really. And they couldn't. My defense stepped up, and that's what it boils down to. It doesn't look like it from here, but my defense stepped up. And then the transfer window. So teams started sniffing around Alvaro Nunez last year. And then a couple of teams came and made an offer for him, and they were lowballing me. They were 12 million, 14 million, things like that. And I went back and I negotiated with him up to 24 million. Now, it may not have been 24 million up front. It may have been like, here's 18 million and then 6 million tied to his appearance fees and things like that, because I wanted to get his minimum release clause value for him. Arsenal came and made an offer for him, and I declined because they lowballed me. They said, we'll give you 12 million euros for him. And I was like, no, I want 24. Well, he pitched a fit and came back and said, I really want to go to Arsenal. And this was after I'd already accepted an offer from Madrid for him and said, okay, I'll let you go for 24 million. And he said, well, what about 17? And I said, what about 21? And he said, what about 19? And I said, what about 19.75? And he said, yeah, sure. So Arsenal came back and offered me like 16 million. I got them to 19.75 million straight up. And as a result, Alvaro Nunez has left. It's one of the reasons I wanted to bring Kalimba on. And that is pretty much not Kalimba, Catalano. That is our transfer window in a nutshell. We spent a total of 16.5 million this year. We sold 46.5 million this year. The big ones out were Alvaro Nunez and Lucina Traore at the beginning of the year. Traore is still on Leicester, has not started any games, has come off the bench, had 2 goals and 2 assists. So he's definitely earning that 115,000 euros a week. So we have Athletico today in the Copa del Rey 5th round. It's literally 4 days after the game against Madrid. I don't have my most match fit. I don't have my best 11 available to me, but the players I got in the field, I'm pretty confident in. So we're going to get to that match here in just a bit. Now, this is the team we're starting today. Van Berkel's in goal. Sirac, Lukeba, Diagne, and De La Vibora as the back 4. Mahmoud is still out with the hurt groin, so Sirac moves over to the left position. Sinkjaer and Matishak as the midfielders. Mathis and Lamatre as the attacking midfielders. Helio and Andrich up top as the strikers. We're pretty match fit. The only one I'm kind of sort of worried about is Matishak. He's at 90% he was at 90% at the start of the game. Now he's at 89, but I'm sure he can power through. Helio knocks it in, but it's knocked away by Arthur. He sends it up to Lamar, who holds it up. He's challenged by De La Vibora. Gets it away. Arthur, one-on-one with Van Berkel. Van Berkel blocks. It goes right to Nygren, who puts it in for the goal. De La Vibora went for the ball. Arthur broke through. Van Berkel made a nice stop, but Nygren was there to put it away. It's interesting. The ball's pink in the 3D, but orange in the 2D. It's got to be a settings issue. Oblak. To Lamar. To Falaio. To Fejao. Yeah, Fejao. To Lorente. To Lamar. Cuts inside. Takes a shot, but he skies over the crossbar. Trenton to Lorente on the throw-in. Back to Trenton. To Lorente. Across the field to Arthur. He bangs it, but it goes right to Sirac. He centers it to Matishak, to Sinkjaer. Long pass towards Andrich, but Lamatre steals the ball back. Helio up to Andrich, and Oblak knocks it away, and it's cleared. Penalty kick from just outside the box. Lamar over the wall and off the side of the goal. Dodged a bullet there. De La Vabora to Matishak on the throw-in. He sends it over to Sirac, up to Helio. Back to Matishak. St. Jair to Mathis. Taps it back to Helio. Helio's in the crowd, takes the shot, and he blows it by Oblak. Looks like Mathis was shielding the Athletico player. So there's Mathis. He's the number 26. Helio comes over. Mathis kind of gets in their way, pulls them both off. And Helio just snapshots it in. That was nice. 20th goal of the season for the young striker. Coming up on halftime. They have had more shots, but not as many on target. As that one goes over the crossbar. They've had 12 and 5. We've had 5 and 4, and we have a slight possession advantage. No highlights this second half so far. We're about 65 minutes in. We're going to get Sirac off and bring on Kitolano. We need some fresh legs over there. We're going to get Andrich off and bring on Smilkovic. Ball's knocked away. Lamatre's going to run it down. He centers it. Oh, Arthur steals it from Majishak. Or Arthur steals it. Arthur stepped in front of Majishak. Doku is crap. No, Doku's not crap. That was a really good play. How come that didn't count? He was offsides? I guess they're saying he was offsides. De La Vabora sends it in. Oblak with the nice save. Looks like we're going to extra time, unless something happens here. Diagne just got his 10th card, so he's going to miss the next game. De La Vabora gives it away on the throw, and Rodinelli on the right side of the field, hugging the touchline. Cuts inside. Nygren's there. He slips it past Van Berkel. I shouldn't have said anything about going to extra time. No, I don't want to see that again. Son of a biscuit. Well, that is a heck of a way to end the day. We're still in 4th place in the league. We lost in the 5th round. The club wanted us to get to the 4th round, so they're happy with that. We're competitive in the Europa League. We're competitive in La Liga, so they should be happy. Which reminds me, we got our training facilities built. Okay, they're finally noticing that our facilities aren't the best. It's going to take a year. Well, 10 months. 9 months. Okay, that's not too bad. 2 million euros for that. That's not too bad. We'll keep working on the facilities. We'll get them raised up year by year. Eventually, we'll have really good facilities. So, when is the Europa League draw? You know, I suppose I could go to it on the schedule. The draw is coming up on the 26th. So what we are going to do... You know what? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play through these other 3 games. We're going to get to the 26th, find out who we're playing, and make a decision from there. So, back in a bit. Well, this took a little bit longer than I expected. We didn't have the best run of form, per se. We lost at Sevilla 3-1. Sarac had an own goal in the 14th minute. That just kind of set the tone for the whole game. Ormola scored in the 25th minute. We got a goal back in the 41st minute. Lamatre had a very nice strike, but Patrick Roberts put the game away. We were off our game. We had 21 shots, 8 on target, huge possession advantage, but we just didn't do anything with it. It was annoying. And then against Sociedad, we just didn't play well. as you can see, and that's annoying because even though Sinjera was on a 6'2", Lemaitre was on a 6'5", Smilkovic was on a 6'3", Andrews is out with a pulled groin, by the way, for 3 to 5 weeks, which is why Smilkovic is getting the start. Helio had an okay game. Van Berkel had an okay game. My defense was okay. They were just better than us in a couple of areas, and it's still... They only got the one goal. This was one of those frustrating games where it really could have gone either way. They played just a little bit better than we did, and that's all that mattered. And then against Cadiz, who are in the relegation zone, I believe they're 19th or 20th they're probably 20th in the league after this loss. We just absolutely bossed them. 21 shots, 14 on target, so they're 8-5. Matishak, a 19th minute penalty kick. Helio, a hat trick's worth of goals. 22nd, 47th minute, end of the first half. And 50th minute, Frank Campos a goal in the 88th minute, coming on in relief of Mathis. Raul Moro had a goal for Cadiz, and they're in last place. They've won 4 games all year, although they beat Valencia and Sevilla. That's really good. They have not had any draws, and they're really they're getting relegated. Unless they somehow manage to turn it around, they're getting relegated. We had the draw, and like a numpty, I didn't record it. We're playing Zenit. Second in the Premier League. So next episode, we're going to play Valladolid offline, and then next episode is going to be the home and away matches at Zenit. They're a pretty good squad. They got some quality players on their team, it looks like. They've done really well in the Russian Premier League. It's not exactly the strongest league, but it's a good league. They got great training facilities, great youth facilities. They're rich, ton of money. I mean, we're rich. We have a little bit of money. Not as much as them, and our training facilities and youth facilities are nowhere near as good as theirs. So we got our work cut out for us. It's going to be a tough match. So, if you liked what you've seen or heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM20. Thank you for watching.